welcome back. Today I am going to be preparing this beautiful pork shoulder. It's an 8-pounder. And I'm gonna be honest, this is not going to be probably good for those of the faint of heart, let me say that. This is very traditional for us islanders. Holidays, Thanksgiving, Christmas. So since we're getting close to the holidays, I said, you know what, let me do a short video on how we prepare this, what we call un pernil, which is a pork shoulder. Again, this is an 8-pounder. What I did was, it's clean already. I did some apple cider vinegar and some lime. And here's the trick. It's just simple ingredients. There's nothing major here. The idea with this is to make sure we marinate this for at least a day, overnight, okay? You have various choices. I like to do this, okay? I like to peel the skin back, and it has some incisions that I did with the knife. You don't have to do this way. You can actually do it, okay, with the skin, but I'm funny like that. I'm pretty picky, so I did the incisions. I peeled the skin and did the incisions, okay? So I'm gonna put this baby here on the side, and I'm gonna show you guys all that is needed to do this delicious pork, okay? So I have my pilon here. If you don't have a pilon, you can actually use a grater where you can actually grate your garlic. So I have garlic, I have black pepper, lots of salt. We're gonna need lots of salt. I have some Sazon, and I have some rosemary and some oil of your choice. So I'm gonna go ahead and put all my garlic in here. What I did with the garlic, I have probably about 5 cloves of garlic in here. So I'm gonna go ahead and put it in here. It's good. And I am going to do all this pepper, black pepper, that is. And yes, all this salt. This is a big piece of pork, and we really want this to marinate nicely, okay? So don't panic, it's a lot of salt, but it's gonna be just perfect. So I'm gonna go ahead and put all this salt in here. And I'm gonna wait for these two. I'm gonna start pounding this. And here's the best part. And what we want to create is like a paste. And I'm gonna show you guys. I will show you guys shortly. And because I am doing this myself, I'm gonna have to be doing little things like this, so you guys have an idea. So we're gonna pound this, like we'll say in the islands. I'm gonna pound this real hard. Okay? And what we wanna create is a nice paste. I'm gonna go ahead and start adding the rosemary. So good. We're gonna give this some real hard pounding here. I don't know if you guys can see, but this is what we're looking at. Actually, I'll show you guys now once I lay here. And let's go ahead and do the Sazon. I like the Sazon because not only it gives it a pretty color, but it also gives it a nice taste. And listen, you can season and overnight. And I have last minute prepared a pork shoulder and not marinate. But the key is, and I'll show you guys at the end, go ahead, season it heavy on salt, put it in the oven, and then you can actually finish the seasoning at the end. And I'll show you guys how you can do that. You can add, you know, onions, a little bit of salt if it's needed at the end. And I'll show you. So it's really not bad. I like to make sure that I marinate it for at least 5 hours or a whole day. because you want all the garlic and rosemary and all these ingredients to infuse this beautiful pork shoulder. Okay, I'm just gonna put a little bit of oil just to give it that nice little paste that I want. And then I'm gonna go like this. This pilon reminds me of my childhood actually. Back in the days, this is how my mama did it. And we can still do it like that. Let me go get a spoon. I'm gonna show you guys. Let me clear this up. Ooh, it's heavy. Okay. I think it's perfect. This, I'm gonna put it here so you guys can actually see the texture. This is what we want. See how nice? That nice little paste. Put a little bit of oil, but no, I think it's perfect. I think this will work for me. So we're gonna get our pretty hands dirty here. We're gonna peel this back. And this is what we wanna do. See these little incisions? We wanna go ahead, put this nice seasoning inside. Okay? This is what we're gonna do. And don't be afraid again with the salt. We can fix this baby at the end. And I actually have a trick, so I'll show you guys at the end. Try not to be messy here. Again, this is very traditional, especially for the holidays. You know, we do, of course, our Thanksgiving. We have the turkey, but we also have our pork. I'm gonna rub this nicely. Try not to do much mess here. See how pretty? Actually, I did some incisions at the bottom here as well, so we're gonna do the same. And we are going to put this baby in the oven at 350 degrees for a good 4 hours. What I'm going to do is I'm going to cover the pork. I'm going to do this. I'm going to really put it all over now. I just want to go like this. No, I won't. And we're going to put some more here. See how pretty this looks? It smells so good already. So good. And this is what you guys want. I'm gonna open here so you guys can see. See how nice? Garlic, the rosemary, and the salt, and the pepper. Well, this is why it's really good to marinate for a few hours before cooking. I'm gonna wash my hands and I'm going to put this baby in the refrigerator. Okay, here we go. Clean up a little. It's kind of messy today. It's a messy job, but worthwhile at the end. It's gonna be delicious. Getting some white paper. And I'm gonna only marinate this since we don't want to eat early today. And it's about 9 o'clock in the morning. I'm gonna put this baby in the fridge for just 2 hours. And then the longer you marinate your pork, the nicer it will be. Let's get this baby in the fridge. I'm gonna go ahead and get my pork out of the refrigerator. It's been marinated for 2 hours. I have my oven, it's already preheated at 350 degrees. We're gonna go ahead and put this baby in here for 4 hours. Now here's the trick, okay? The first 3 hours, we're gonna cover the pork, and then the last hour, we're going to uncover the pork because we want the skin to get nice and crunchy. Show you guys. I'm gonna show you a trick as well. When you do the foil paper, do not go like this because I have the actual skin up. We don't want the foil paper to stick to the skin, okay? So we wanna make sure that it's not, we don't pat it down. Put this in here. Remember, first 3 hours, it's covered, and the last hour we'll uncover. And I'll see you guys back in 4 hours. Hi guys, 4 hours are up. We're gonna get this beautiful pork out of the oven. Again, I did 4 hours. First 3 hours covered, last hour uncovered. And I'm gonna show you how pretty this pork looks, especially the skin. Ooh, it's hot. Ooh, look how pretty, guys. So here's key. We have to let this pork sit for a good 10-15 minutes. It's really too hot to cut. When we come back, I'm gonna show you guys how easy it is to fix this pork if it needs any salt or any seasoning. Okay, so come back.
And now we're gonna go ahead and cut this beautiful pork into nice chunks. Of course, depending on your guests, you'll do those cuts. As you all know me, it's always good to have a pretty dish, make things look prettier. Delicious, delicious. Check this out, guys. Yummy, yummy.
Well guys, here we have it, but let me show you this quick trick. Because I only marinated my pork, my 8-pound pork for 2 hours. I did went heavy on the salt. It's okay, it's perfect. I don't think it needs any salt. But if that was the case, then you can go ahead and add a little bit of salt now and a little bit of pepper. But I'm gonna show you how. I'm not doing salt and pepper because it doesn't need it. So I'm gonna show you my trick. Okay, this is how I always end up my pork. So I have some onions. I like my red onions, as you know. I'm gonna put these here. So, okay. I'm not gonna use all. I think I did too much. And I'm going to do some of this lime. A lime, lemon, whatever you have. I'm gonna actually do a whole one. And this gives it such a nice flavor. This is the time that you put salt and pepper if you need to. It doesn't need it, so I'm not going to do that. And this is what I do. I give it a nice little toss. Takes all the flavors of the onions. And you probably wanna wait a few minutes before you serve so it has the nice flavors of the onions and the pork. Okay. Now I'm going to put the best part of the pork. Beautiful skin. Usually I like to put it like on the side, okay? You put it however you want. I want to look pretty. And believe it or not, in my family, this is the first part that goes. Let's show you how pretty this is, guys. So here we have a beautiful masterpiece Our pernil is ready, beautiful. I did some rice with it. This is very typical in our Latin homes. This is arroz con gandules, which is rice and pigeon peas. Delicious, guys. Gonna go ahead and quickly prepare a little plate before we finish this video. So I'm gonna put some pieces here. So pretty. Onions. Guys don't like the onions, just they can put them aside. I like my onions. And of course I want some what we call pellejo, which is the skin. Yummy. Yummy, yummy, yummy. And I'm gonna actually find a pretty piece for my presentation. Now, isn't that pretty, guys? Well, guys, thank you for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed this recipe. For more recipes, go ahead to my YouTube channel, subscribe, make sure you hit that bell so you don't miss out. Thank you, and bye-bye.